channel. I asked over on Instagram the other day, what are some of your main styling questions and dilemmas? I got a lot of great responses, and today I've grouped all the questions into categories, and I'm going to be addressing them and giving you some ideas and solutions to create outfits you love. I hope you guys enjoyed this format of video, and let's get started. For question 1, we've got how do we style an outfit for mixed occasions? So here I'm thinking about running errands and then meeting someone for lunch, or I'm thinking about day to night dressing. I am going to start with my winter outfit, but there will be a summer one as well. So first thing is that I'll go for a comfortable shoe if I'm running errands. This for me is a bit of a non-negotiable, either a sneaker or a comfortable sandal or a comfortable boot. This is where I will start, depending on how much walking I'm doing. From there, I build the rest of my outfit. In this case, it is a pair of wide-legged fluid trousers. For me, these give a little bit of elegance to this look, and it's really the perfect piece to wear day and night. In the cold, I will do some more layering before putting on my puffer jacket. This is my imaginary puffer jacket because it's just the closest thing I have to a casual puffer. I feel super comfortable in this outfit to be running errands all day, but there are still a couple of things here, like the trousers and then the earrings, that made me feel polished enough to go out for lunch or to a very casual dinner with a friend. If my sneakers weren't going to cut it for my evening plans, I would do a boot to wear all day. So a combat boot is a level up from the sneaker, and this is something I could definitely walk all day in. Alternatively, I would do a heel, and I'll look for something maybe slightly lower than this, but 1 inch or 2-3 centimeters for me is a really good walking boot that I could also go to dinner in and look quite elegant. I've changed my fake puffer to a wool coat. If your climate allows, I would definitely do a coat for dinner and then have a few more layers on the inside to keep warm as well. If you feel like the outfit I'm wearing right now is not colorful enough, you can definitely replace it with a colorful trouser, and I'll show you a look with these blue trousers instead. And then if you want to go from day to night, you could also do a pleated skirt. You could layer tights on the inside for additional warmth, and this would be another easy piece to go from day to night. They're both pieces that do have nice movement to them, and that's what I'm looking for. Here's my summer take on day to night dressing, and it's more or less the same concept. We've got casual t-shirt, more dressy skirt because of the draped fabric, and I've gone for comfortable shoes, which is my non-negotiable. The first option is that I'll just wear this in the daytime and then throw on an oversized blazer for evening. This is one of the easiest ways to transition something from day to night, and I definitely feel dressed up enough in this to go out for a summer evening. A daytime option would be a denim vest as a super relaxed look, and then in the evening I would just fold this and put it into my bag. Question 2 is all about workwear, and this is definitely the question that was asked the most. So how do we juggle being work appropriate but still keep our personal style? I'm going to show you a few outfit examples in this question and talk through it as I go. I'm going to start with an outfit that is styling the simple black skirt because I think this is the office staple. If I style this black skirt with the white top I'm wearing, it's a very professional outfit, but I would feel like I look exactly like everyone else on the floor. So for me to create something that brings more of my personal style, I will pair this with something like a navy top and then also combine it with burgundy shoes. The idea here is the rule of 3, and we're creating subtle interest with the color palette in the outfit. With the shoes, if we look closely, there's a bit of texture on them, and then we've also got that bow accent as well. I don't think it makes it inappropriate for work, but for me it's adding a little bit of personal style into a very simple outfit. This will be my second outfit example, this time working with a classic white shirt. Instead of going for high contrast, so black and white or, navy and cream, I instead just like to go for like colors when it comes to office dressing. I find that it looks a little bit more sleek, and it's just a bit different to all the black and white I see around me. The reason why this still feels like my personal style is because I'm using my normal styling tricks. So for example, we've got a more structured top, and because of that, I've paired it with a more flowy material on the trouser to create a bit of contrast. This is how I usually dress for myself on a daily basis, and I want to carry that through when it comes to workwear. Another element is that I just love to wear trousers, and I think they make the perfect work piece, so I wear them as much as I can when it comes to dressing for the office. If you have a piece that you love, for example midi skirts, try to incorporate that into your workwear. So if you have a black midi skirt, there are so many ways you can make that feel office appropriate. Don't just exclusively wear a pencil skirt or really kind of tailored trousers. There are ways to go beyond that but still look professional. The other type of outfits I love for work are things like this dress, which just act as a really nice blank canvas. I think this is really one of the most amazing pieces for the office because I feel so comfortable in it, but because it's not too oversized, because it's not too bodycon, I just find that it looks very professional. If it was going to be a more dressy day at work, I would reach for this dress. This dress is black, it's a wrap style, but it's very secure. And I would throw on a black blazer over the top and feel very polished for work. This is what I'll wear to slightly nicer work things, maybe like a meeting as well. And it feels chic, it feels simple, and like this dress, you can style it in many different ways. Question number 3 is, how do we style midi skirts with something other than a plain t-shirt? I got quite a few midi skirt questions. I think it's because I wear them so often. You guys want to know how to style it in different ways. So here we go. If we look here, there are a lot of plain options, and that's just because my midi skirt is printed. If I want to wear a plain top, what I'll be focusing on is color and then necklines. So this top looks quite different to how I normally style it, because this is a halter neckline and it's also in a very different color. The same thing will apply to your plain t-shirts. Instead of going always for a crew neck, maybe try a lower V, maybe try a higher neckline and see what a difference that can make. If that's still not different enough for you, then I would do plain with texture. So this one has a velvet corduroy style stripe, and the same thing applies for glitter. When it comes to the blouses, I usually don't like to style anything overly feminine with a midi skirt. Most of my midi skirts are quite girly, so I like to have a better balance than something with lace and lots of detail. I would do a linen top instead. So this one is linen, it has a wrinkle to it, and I like how relaxed it looks against the more feminine midi skirts. The same thing applies to my shirts. I might not do a really beautiful silk shirt, but I would do a linen shirt because it looks more relaxed and I like the combination with the midi. When it comes to transitional or winter styling of a midi skirt, I often do one of these fitted knits and I tuck it into the midi skirt. That will be my base layer before layering different outerwear. These also come in different necklines and that's what I'll be looking out for. When it comes to the chunkier knitwear pieces, I would maybe tuck it in at the back instead of the front to reduce the bulk that we see. I would also use things like the belt trick to crop a sweater, and in that way keeping the proportion as I want it to be in the outfit. If you wanted the printed options, I frequently do a stripe with a dainty floral. I really like this combination. I never feel like it is too much. Another alternative is a graphic t-shirt. I thought this would be a little bit too much when worn with a midi skirt, but surprisingly, I feel like it's actually a very good balance. I think it comes down to the fact that the print on my midi skirt is not too loud. And then going for something two-tone can be another option. This has a white contrast to the blue fabric and it just brings a little bit of additional interest compared to a plain piece. Next question, how to add more color into a 90% black wardrobe without it standing out too much? First thing first, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't try to compensate for the lack of color by going really bright in the other 10%. If you have 90% black wardrobe, you probably love black and you don't really love color, so I would go very, very subtle and do it in stages. The first thing I'll experiment with are some neutral accessories. So going for shoes in whatever style you normally wear, in a color that's not black is probably the first thing I would do. If you get an everyday shoe in a color, you now have a little bit of color in every single outfit you wear. If your everyday bag is in a slight neutral color, then you now have two pieces that will add color to every single outfit. Step 2, what I'll do is I will add a bit of navy to my wardrobe. For me, navy is quite close to black in that it's dark, it's very wearable, but at the same time, it's definitely a color, especially when you put it against black. I really love mixing black and navy together, as you know, so having that one navy piece for me just brings a bit more dimension to your all black outfits. The final thing I'll do is to add some earth tone colors to the wardrobe. So if these colors speak to you, I would say that this is a really easy way to incorporate color, because the thing about earth tone shades is that they occur around us, so we're very used to seeing them and they also blend in with our surrounding. Sometimes I don't love the way black looks with very vibrant shades. For example, something like a bright pink with black is a bit much for me, whereas these are really seamless colors, very natural when you wear it with black. These are my generic recommendations, but if you have a color that you love, for example you love blue, then of course that will be the color to bring into your wardrobe. But speaking generically, I think these are really easy colors to style. Next question I'm going to answer is, how do we dress well when it is extremely hot extremely cold, or rainy. So this could be a 3-part series, but I'm gonna quickly go through some ideas. What ties all 3 together is that I do place a greater emphasis on my accessories rather than what I have to wear. As someone who lives somewhere quite hot, the struggle for me is that you don't have the opportunity to layer to really add style to your outfits. This is a very basic look, but we're mixing linen with silk, and these are 2 very comfortable fabrics, but they have a little bit of a textural difference to keep things feeling stylish. This is pretty much my sandal collection, and you can see there's a lot of color here because I know my outfit in the heat will be very basic. Going for a khaki, going for a red or vibrant blue, or even brown with a strappy detail can make an outfit feel elevated as opposed to just wearing, I don't know, a simple shoe. The same thing can be said about the earrings. Instead of wearing a necklace, which just sounds really hot, even thinking about it, it's adding a little bit of print, color, and then also texture into my outfit. So finding ways to compensate for not being able to layer is my key to summer dressing. I'm gonna move on to rainy days, and I'm gonna keep this part short because I don't have too much to say. So first up, my hair is always up because I get rained on, it's very flat, and I just put it up to begin with to not fuss with it. The second thing is that I look for fabrics that go well in the rain. So I remember going camping and we were always told to bring nylon, polyester in case it rained, and things needed to dry. So that would be something to think about in rainy weather. When it comes to natural fibers, I read that wool and silk are good for rain, so I've just gone for wool for some warmth. In the rain, you probably can't see any of my outfits, so the earring, which I've kept on, will be the central piece of my look. Something I always find stylish in the rain is color. If I had a pair, I would absolutely go for colorful sneakers. I feel like it would be so chic in the rain just because everything is so grey out there in the rain. The colorful sneakers I think will be really fun. Even the raincoat and jewelry, I feel like a little bit of color can really make an outfit feel more stylish in rain. So for cold weather, this is my fake puffer again. I feel like most people only have the one puffer or one outerwear piece that they have to wear every single day. In my 2021 style lessons video, I shared a bunch of style hacks, and I'm going to link it over here if you'd like to see some of these sweater tricks. But I will turn my sweaters into scarves and then bring color to the outfit. If you have a ton of scarves, then you can just use scarves instead of using sweaters. In my wardrobe, I only have a few scarves, so sweaters helps my wardrobe go further without me having to buy more scarves. In the video, I show you how to do the hacks properly, but you don't need to be too precise because you kind of cover everything up anyway. It's also a great way to switch up your look from day to day. If you just have the one puffer, which is very normal, and it costs nothing, assuming you have a couple of colorful sweaters. This combined with the jewelry and then with a shoe that gives a bit more detail, for example, I feel like you can really have a very chic winter look. The next question I got is how to layer for winter as someone petite. I think the idea here is that winter involves a lot of really bulky pieces, so how can we approach that as someone who is petite? I'm 160 centimeters, 5'3", and this is probably how I would do it. My first foolproof way is to go tonal or to go for low contrast. In the winter, I'm not gonna tuck every single chunky sweater in, and in this way, I feel like you're still creating a really long line as opposed to cutting your body off into halves. This is my first foolproof recommendation, which is just to go low contrast in an outfit. If I'm wearing a high contrast outfit, so black and then cream on the bottom, I will use a few style hacks to crop the sweater up so it feels a bit more balanced on my body. I'll either use the belt trick to crop the sweater and just do something to maintain the proportion I like in outfits. Moving back to my more tonal outfit, something else I would do is to try and maintain proportions that I usually like. So in some outfits, I prefer a 7/8 length pant, and in the winter, it's not practical to have a bit of ankle showing. So in this case, I might still wear my pant as a 7/8 length and then do a really thick wool sock on the inside. Things like that make me feel more balanced when I'm doing a lot of layering in the winter. The last question for today is how do we choose pieces that fit well together? Sometimes things sound good in theory, but doesn't quite look right when we put it on. I'm going to break this question down into 3 potential reasons. The first is that things are too matchy-matchy. The second is proportions, and the third is to do with color. If you match an outfit together and you're not happy with it, I think one of the reasons is that there's no tension. So for example, if I combine this girly top with the girly skirt I'm wearing, it's a very pretty outfit and I do like it, but the lack of anything else other than femininity makes me a little bit bored with the look. That is why with this skirt, I do prefer wearing something like this tank top. This tank top is more casual, it's more sporty, and combined with the more polished skirt, there is that little bit of tension that keeps things feeling balanced and interesting. If you've paired two things together because of the color and then you don't love the outfit, I recommend adding the third color into the look. So for example, right now I've got two colors. If this didn't feel right to me, I would add the third color, and sometimes I can really bridge these two colors together and make the whole outfit work. Even in this outfit, I feel like the green and white alone doesn't really look right. So adding in this bag with the black strap, for me, really finishes this look off and makes it feel complete. If you have an instinct that two very different colors will work well together, you put it on and it doesn't feel right, I would recommend finding that third color that is able to bridge the two, and for me that fixes a lot of my style issues relating to color. This last one is about proportions, and it's definitely the most important one. So when you put on an outfit it doesn't feel right, don't give up on it. There are lots of styling tricks that you can do to make it feel right. So first up, I've thrown this khaki sweater over the top, and I like the colors. I feel like they match well, but the shape of them just doesn't look good together. So I'm gonna try and crop this sweater by tucking it in at the back. This definitely feels like an improvement in the silhouette, but it's still a little bit too boxy for my liking. This is where I'll reach for a mini bag instead of a big bag. I might also put on some daintier jewelry instead of really chunky pieces, and that's another way to really balance out the proportion of this look. In this outfit, because I really want to wear khaki and white together, I really have to use this style hack to make it work. So don't give up on the look so quickly, accessorize, do the style hacks, and then if you still don't like it, then that's when you can take it off and then try again. This was a new style of video for me, so I would love to get some feedback, hear what you thought of it, and whether you'd like to see more videos like this one. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this one, I have some similar videos on my channel which you might also like. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you next week. Bye.